What up, guys? KCRC Rock Bouncer here. Doing a quick kind of rig review. I guess I'll do it of all three. The main focus is on this Mattzilla chassis. It's got no tires or wheels on it because I'm actually about to strip it down and take these axles and put them back under my rock bouncer because I just did some fabrication to this. There was a crossbar that went through here, but I cut it out and brought my battery tray. I sucked it back to the firewall a little bit further, so now my battery is going to be a little more centralized, and I pulled the axle back. So now the axle is pulled back, I'd say a quarter to a half an inch further. So now we're at 13 inches exactly on the wheelbase, which for the hill climber, that's pretty dang good. That's a 12-inch wheelbase right there, and that's 13 inch. And this one is like 12 and I don't know, 5/8, something like that, maybe a little longer. But anyways, this Mattzilla chassis, I've got to say, has been a treat. It's been a lot of fun, for sure. She has been through a lot of runtime already. As you can see, this last run I went on, it's a little muddy out. I actually didn't know it was so wet out. I got out there and I almost turned around and came back, but I was like, I'm here. I'm gonna run it. You can see my side panels, how dented in they are. Now some of those are from hitting rocks, and then sometimes just from me kicking the truck from not going up the hill and doing what I told it to do. But yeah, you can see they're dented in pretty good. But yeah, this thing takes some pretty tough hits. Now I know I haven't kicked the top of it. You can see how much it's dented in. But this thing, I've been putting it through its paces. I definitely drive it hard, and I can say that I definitely endorse a Mattzilla chassis, and I endorse it to be put together and drove hard. So yeah, guys. Prospect shocks front and rear. 95s front, 110s on the rear, I think they are. I actually got the rear set up for trailing arm suspension now. It's got a sway bar, as you can see, as well, which in fact actually does work. It's that in the rear. I just got this to work. This made a huge difference. You can see it kind of angled my shocks in a little bit, but I'm not having any issues with that at all, with the shocks binding or anything. So yeah, guys, I just figured I'd let you take a look at it, see what she's been through. I know I've been kind of absent here on the YouTube. I ran into a very beautiful lady, and yeah, what can I say? This shit can blind you sometimes and take all your time up. Me being a single father and then trying to catch a lady kind of took away from my hobbies and stuff, because she was a lot more fun. But yeah, anyways, gonna spend some more time doing the RC stuff. Things don't always work out. It was definitely fun while it lasted. We're still friends and whatnot, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. Got my 1.9 Wraith here. You guys have seen this before. She's got the Curries under it, front and rear. 4-link suspension, running Proline, BF Goodwrench Mud Terrain, the 4.19, so the class 1 size tire. Actually, went to my local hobby shop. Two of my local hobby shops had this sent in from Proline as a little display. It comes with a little BFG cardboard cutout. Well, my local race shop, they don't do anything with crawlers, but they got these in, and they had made it into a pen holder. And so I was like, hey, I've got a spare tire that was basically just like this that was already sitting in here. I'm like, Chuck, I'll give you this one. You give me this one. He's like, why? I'm like, 'cause look, I've got 4 tires. I don't want to buy another pack so I can have a match. Just take this one. It's the same deal. No big problem. He said, okay, that makes sense. So, cool beans. Proline fuel cell in the rear. I closed off the back half because obviously you can see I cut the body. It's got a full interior with two full-sized rider, a driver and navigator. If I can get that to focus. There it is. This guy I've had longer than any guy. I think I've had him for like 4.5 years. He's been in most of my rigs. He's not driving right now. He's taking a little break. Other things I've done to it: cut and tuck the front bumper. I spaced my panhard bar, or my, get this thing to focus. I spaced this bar out, my panhard, this direction, so I can get more compression on the front axle, because it kind of ends up being a problem for whatever reason with these aftermarkets. So as you can see, I get just barely to where I'm missing the fender, and then this side doesn't compress quite as much. So those are the little knick-knack things I'm worried about with this thing. Last but not least, my baby. Like I said, I just reduced the wheel length, or the wheelbase on it. I think it's going to do a little better. It won't be so long. It was like 13 1/4, probably 13 1/4 inches at least, which for a 1.9 bouncer is pretty freaking long. It's just mocked up right now with some stock axles. They have the internals in them, but they're all blown out. I had those axles under this rig for one run just to see how long they'd last, and they didn't even last a single battery before I blew everything up. So anyways, I'll get those axles, these axles, under this tonight, and then I'm going to tear this down and probably get it powder coated, the bar, or the chassis powder coated red, and then leave the panels as are. Might take them off and just repaint them, pound them out. Anyways, guys, I'm out of time on my phone, so have a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and bounce on, bitches.